Field welding positions. I want to say field welding because we're using a stick. And in this photo, it's showing the different positions of a stick weld: flat, horizontal, vertical, and overhead. The stick is so valuable to your repairs, valuable to outside commercial work. The money you can make on stick when doing certain jobs can be endless. Stick is used and accomplished on pipe welding, is accomplished on keeping the foundation secure on bridges, keeping everything structurally sound, you know? So you want to really get good at the stick welding. I've had a few people ask me about if I had to pick one out of the three, it'll be the stick welding. If I had just had to have one and I couldn't do it, you know how you got to force only do one, I would pick stick welding overall because this one would always be an asset. It will always be a need. There's so many things you can do with it. So learn how to stick. And one thing once you really get it down and you understand the techniques and the maneuvers of stick welding and what you're supposed to do and how you get your temperature and how you set things, you'll learn certain tricks. It'll come easier to you for the other positions. So when you get to jumping into the other fields of welding like flux core, MIG, and TIG welding, it'll be a little bit more easier for you because even when they started us training us, they started off at stick welding, running a bead in the flat position, learning just how to get that bead to look right, get it to be tight, get it to line up, learn how to tie in properly. If you was going to be stacking beads or if you're going to have multi passes. So there's so much you can learn with this welding positions as far as a stick welding. So I like to say stick weld. And you have one F welds, which is, the flat position. You have one G welds, which could be the groove position of the fillet welds. You got fillet welds, groove welds. And the difference of it is because you're going to have a groove in it. So, in a backing strip on it. So if you're doing anything for that's going to be pressure tested or got to be made as one, like if you're putting two beams together, 9 times out of 10 it's going to be a G weld, a groove weld. And if it's just a structural clip on or some brackets that's welded onto the angle or to the beam, then 9 times out of 10 those would be fillet welds. So that's just something to think about, and I think that you should really work on it for those who really want to get their stick game in, because the next one I would pick would be flux. Now I would pick flux over TIG weld. I enjoy doing it all. But as far as being independent, now I'm stressing on the independent standpoint, I make more money with flux and stick welding than I do with TIG. And I stopped doing a lot of TIG because a lot of the TIGging that I was doing was controlled. I don't like being in a controlled environment. I'm not finna kiss nobody ass to get a certain contract on certain plants. So it's just like, you know what? I said, you know what? I'm gonna create my own lane. And I still TIG weld. I enjoy it. Actually, I'm gonna be doing some things hopefully soon when I get my aluminum set up, so that way I can do some aluminum products. But that's what I'm into. I'm into products over talent. But you have to start somewhere. So I would say learning your welding positions, getting this stick rod down, man, because once you get it down, it's going to be easier to transfer it over to another field of welding, like MIG, flux core, TIG welding. But you have to start somewhere, and you really need to get these 4 positions down: flat, horizontal, vertical, and overhead. This is something that I also teach. I'm going to be teaching this in my independent welding sessions and helping people gain a career. But not only just a career, I'm also going to teach you how to turn a trade into a business. HogOn.